Today I just wanted to throw in like a variety of things on Mondays. But there's something I want to announce on the end because it's an event that's put on in several different states, not all states, but in several different states, and you might like to go. So, but first, I wanted to talk about products that you want for your wheelchair, products that you want for your bed, or anything like that. I guess I don't usually promote products unless there's something incredibly good or something. Then I'll say something about it. But in these products that I was looking for this morning, because I want like a little bit bigger of a pouch on my side, kind of like a side pouch for my power wheelchair, because sometimes I go to events or activities and I need something a little bit bigger than the small pouch. I have a little small pouch just for, a pad or pens or, little things like that. But, I am going to an event next month. I don't go every year because sometimes I can't find a driver, so so it goes out the window. But so I want something a little bit bigger on the side. And, I guess, one of the recommendations that I would have for products when you're looking at a product in itself for you or for whatever, a tool that you need, make sure it's versatile in different ways. This has to do with technology, but, I, the little pouch I have here is too small for, when I'm going to be out all day and I need a variety of things in there. So I was looking this morning all over for a side pouch, kind of like a saddle bag, but, a little bit wider so that, I could put extra things in there. And I found a saddle bag that, I could strap it on, but it also can double as a, to put food in there and keep it cold. I'm going to say it that way. The word just blasted out of my mind. But like a cooler. So it doubles as transportation, to bring stuff in, but as a cooler. So, I thought that was cool. No pun intended. But, obviously I can bring a lunch or something because I think the caregiver that's going to take me down, I think she's just going to go see family or something while I'm putzing around at the exhibit. So now to the bigger piece of this video, which is, by the way, my name is Lisa, and this is World Wheelchair Warriors. Hi. If you're new, you've never been here. But to the bigger point here is, and I'll put it here in the video, and you'll see it in there. It's Abilities Expo, and I find it helpful for myself, but I find it interesting because they have talks and things about traveling or about care, home care. They have all kinds of shows on vehicles, accessible vehicles, and different wheelchairs that are coming up or new wheelchairs that have come out recently, and all kinds of products from A to Z. And, I just enjoy going and meeting people. And I think last time I was still in my walker. It was a very difficult endeavor. I didn't have a wheelchair yet. I was still walking, but I drove myself. And I went down, because it's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday event usually. So I went down Thursday and set myself up in a hotel, and that worked out. And I just absolutely conked out on Thursday. And then, I slept in on Friday. And then on Friday afternoon, I went over to the exhibit because it starts on 11 on Fridays. And I was really tired. And at that point, I didn't know exactly what was going on, with myself. So, so I had my walker, and I had a cane with me. But yeah, I absolutely tortured myself. So it was a little hard to enjoy the whole event. But this year, I have my wheelchair. Someone's driving me down, and I'll only stay there for a few hours. But that's the way to go. To have somebody drive you down there, and for you to be in a wheelchair. They have scooters and wheelchairs there to as loaners. So they take down your information, obviously. Registration is free, so the entrance to the exhibit is absolutely, or to the event, it's called Abilities Expo, is completely free. So lunch on your own or dinner on your own. But they did have some food there. I think it's one of the first times they had the expo running, and they had some hot dogs. They weren't great, but I ate a hot dog, and that pulled me through. But there are little restaurants and fast food places around the event in Schaumburg, Illinois. So I really encourage people to go. They have it all throughout the year in different states, not all states. So you'd have to check it out and see if it's close to you or in your state and near you that you would like to go just for the day, or for a couple hours, whatever you feel you can handle. And just take a look, make friends, touch base, learn what's out there. I know that we needed to rehab our kitchen at the time, so I went down to the exhibit and I met a couple of people out there who rehabbed, bathrooms and kitchens and things like that for people with disabilities. And they gave me the information in some pamphlets, and that gave some ideas to my group. And so they were able to find a donor, and they put the whole kitchen together. So that kitchen, I'm not living there anymore, but they rehabbed the entire kitchen. It was great. It was great. So then the group that's there now is enjoying the kitchen. And the bathrooms there in that building are, I would say, semi, for people with disabilities. Some parts I might adjust, especially the cabinets under the sinks. They're always putting cabinets underneath the sinks, without thinking that, there are wheelchair users. So I was struggling a little bit with that access, but the kitchen was awesome. But that's why the Abilities Expo is so great, because you can learn about so many things and reach out to so many people, learn about products you didn't know even existed. And that's why I love the expo. And, because I have the channel as well, I like to connect with other people and be able to interview a few of these presenters so that, the channel can give some different information instead of you all just staring at my face all the time. So, I say, Lisa, cut it out. But yeah, there's a lot of good people there, and I wouldn't mind at all having a couple of guests, throughout the year, and, have them talk about their products, and that way it'll help people who are, wheelchair bound. And they also have, other tools for people who have hearing loss and people who, are amputees, like one amputation or a double amputee. So, and don't use wheelchairs, that have artificial limbs. So, it's just not about wheelchairs. A lot of it's about wheelchairs, but there's a lot of companies there who sell wheelchairs and scooters. So that's good, for me, because that's my focus. But they have a lot of other things, about travel and how to make it easier, outdoor adventures. That's also an interest of mine, to get back into going out to nature and trying some things that I wouldn't dare do alone. So they talk about service dogs and presentation on service dogs. so it's just from A to Z, and I really enjoy it. So I just want to put it out there. I'll put the link down below so that you can kind of look at the state that you would be interested in perhaps going, whether it's this year or next year. But because sometimes it takes us a little bit longer to plan those things. Last year I couldn't go because we had an event here, and I couldn't go. But this year I just kind of put my foot out there, and they'll be taking me. So yes, I love it. So my camera shifted there, but that's okay. So that was my announcement, in terms of products. And once in a while I'll bring a product here, but I usually do not. I'm not sponsored. And I'm not an affiliate, but if I find a product that really, really is good and is practical, I'll talk about it. But without any affiliation or, sponsoring. So that's what I wanted to say today. Not a whole lot, just some thoughts and about the Abilities Expo. So I hope all of you are doing well. And if you would love to see one of these other videos that you see posted there, I will see you over there. And my apologies because my videos last 2 times didn't show up, but it was an experiment. So I'll go back to my old way, and hopefully you'll see the videos.